I'm reading an article about how the end of the unemployment program just 2 weeks ago is already weighing down the economy. I gotta say, this is kind of unusual because I remember when I was claiming the unemployment, there was a lot of red tape that you had to follow, right? Every so often, they'd want to call your employer to make sure everything is what you say it is. You also, even when you're working, you still have to fill out that unemployment form just in case you ever lost your job again. It would be a huge headache if you didn't fill it out while you were working, and then 3 months down the road you lose that job and you need to reapply. Usually you still have to submit a weekly report. And they would call my HR department. I remember thinking, this is a huge waste of human potential, right? At the end of the day, when I do collect the unemployment, which thankfully I didn't collect too many checks, it's not the dollars in my account that actually did anything, right? It's what I bought with those dollars, right? The transportation to get to work, the food, which I significantly cut back on during the pandemic, among other things, right? The internet access so I can continue working with some of my clients remotely and all that. That was what was getting the economy going, right? The fact that I could continue to work remotely. And it just goes to show how backward our society has become, right? We depend on somebody sitting behind sitting behind a desk to allow us to use what we already produce, right? It really got me thinking. It's not so much the unemployment program that got things humming along, right? It's the stuff that it bought, right? And unfortunately, a lot of people aren't seeing it that way. If anything, the end of the unemployment program has freed up a lot of time, effort, human potential. I don't have to worry about, am I filling out the forms correctly? Let's face it, that was a big headache. I'm so relieved I don't have to fill out that form anymore. But for some reason, we have a society where filling out forms is wealth, and the actual stuff that is wealth we take for granted, right?